So what the hell am I doing? This is whatever episode at this point, and I don't know if I've actually explained the idea here. Is it a podcast? Is it stand-up? Is it both? Is it neither? I started doing stand-up in 2005. When I had people in my family get ill or pass away, I would take a break for a while, but I always came back to it. This is the longest I've ever gone without actually doing stand-up. I don't remember the last time I performed, but I think it was early March. And for a while, there's a relief. Part of stand-up, you're always trying to come up with something new. You're trying to polish old material. You're never actually done. You don't win stand-up. And I also have a day job that requires me to focus on a lot of banal, meaningless tasks. I have a toddler and a marriage, and all that takes a lot of effort to manage successfully. And then trying to keep that up, you're never going to do all of them well. So, for once in my life as an adult comedian, I had a break. I had one less thing to worry about. No stand-up, anywhere, hard stop. But after a while of lockdown, you get this feeling. What am I doing to make my dreams happen? Man, I haven't done stand-up in forever. Your dreams, the thing you love and you want to make your living, is just sitting there and you're too lazy to take it. And then you remember, no, it's not. It's phase 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. I don't even know anymore. And nothing is happening at all. You can't even go to a McDonald's because McDonald's isn't allowed to open yet. Now, ideally, if it's a show on a Friday night or a Saturday night, you have the whole audience in a great mood. They worked all week and they're ready to kick loose and have a great time. You have a 3-man show, one host, a feature act, and a headliner. The MC goes up. He's kind of the fluffer for the audience. You get them focused. You let them know that there is in fact a show occurring and they have to sit down and shut up and pay attention. And if you're funny, too, cool. But more than anything, you serve as a pleasant transition from the cold start to the actual show. The feature act goes up and heightens the mood even more, and the headliner goes up and destroys. Those are fantastic nights. You have fun, you get paid, you do something you love, and everybody's happy. Now, at an open mic, first, you're actually lucky if it's happening at a real comedy club. Chances are it's going to be at a dive bar, and you're not even going to have a proper stage. If there is an audience besides your fellow comics, they probably don't care about you. They probably came out to support their one friend who has always had this dream of being funny, so they all came out to support him, and only him, this one night. They'll proceed to talk amongst themselves for the rest of the night and make eye contact with you before looking away to look at their phone. Otherwise, the audience is full of barflies who have long ago given up on the dream or an illusion of a normal life. They have no family or friends who aren't at that bar. They don't want to hear your jokes. They want to watch SportsCenter on a bar TV through the haze of cigarette smoke to forget about their lives. Frankly, fuck you for going there to practice saying new jokes, to practice amplifying any sense of charisma you might have. And you had to stay there till 11 at night to even get any stage time. You feel like shit, but don't worry. You'll feel even worse tomorrow because you didn't even sleep. It's kind of easy to see why I might not miss stand-up. Now I have this opportunity where I can do something similar, but different. I can tell stories and set up jokes and take my time and talk to you guys. I don't have to worry about talking to you guys at 10 o'clock at a dive bar on a Wednesday night where you're just worried about the presentation you give on Thursday. But at the same time, you have this itch. I gotta hit a mic. I mean, sure, there's Zoom shows, but those aren't real. At an ideal comedy show, you have an empty stage in a dark room. All of the light is pointing at one person who's holding a microphone that lets them speak louder than anyone else in the room. On a Zoom show, you have a person on your screen in a room full of distractions, just one head floating above 8 others trying to tell jokes into silence. You could be watching TV or doing absolutely anything else, but instead you have to log into a service and sit in front of your computer monitor waiting to take in a monologue. And I'll be honest, I never did one. I could be talking out of my... I am talking out of my ass, but I just don't believe you can Zoom a stand-up show. It seems too disconnected. When you hear people talk about stand-up or theater, they will talk about the experience of being a dialogue or some sort of give and take. It's definitely not a dialogue. If you come to a show, I want you to sit back silently and laugh as hard as you can, right when I want you to, and that's absolutely all. Otherwise, seriously, shut the fuck up. At a Zoom show, you're not going to do that, though. So, for a while, stand-up, as I know it, isn't going to exist. I've just kind of accepted that at this point. I'm not doing Zoom shows, and I'm not going to do a podcast. I tried. We ran out of people, and it slowly ran out of steam. I remember uploading our content and telling people to shoot us an email or tweet back at us. We got nothing. In the end, I think I got disillusioned with the amount of work I was doing and how little feedback I received. It's one thing to scream into the abyss. It's another when you do so and you half expect a response. I looked into the void, and the void looked back into me and saw I was empty too. What's a podcast? More like, what were we hoping would be the result? I feel like I started a podcast and ended with a friend who was really disappointed in the way I lost energy in the project we were working on together. So what I'm trying to do with these is take my love of podcasts and my love of stand-up and make something different and mix some of my own music in there too. This might be another dead end. It's probably going to be a dead end. But it's all I have right now till it's safe for me to tell nervous dick jokes to a mother of 3 who is doing a terrible job of parenting as she knocks back her 8th shot of well whiskey for the night, and she looks at me through furrowed, prematurely aged eyes thinking, what the fuck is wrong with that asshole?